Let's play The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Everybody needs something. Sometimes we need a lot of something. Today, I'm going to show you how to farm rupees so that you can farm merchants like Beetle or traveling merchants or even general stores. Keep watching to find out how. What's up YouTube? I'm Kat from KKJinxx Gaming. Gaming for fun. And let's get this farming started. In Breath of the Wild, farming rupees was relatively easy. I made a video showing how you could farm dragons to farm rupees. Each horn is worth 300 rupees. And with the right equipment, anyone could do it and make loads of money. But if you're farming those rupees to spend on materials from merchants, well, you ran out of luck. Because to buy more materials, you had to wait until you got a blood moon for those merchants to restock. Or you needed to get below 50 of the material in your inventory. Tears of the Kingdom does things a little bit differently. And we will get to that, but these merchants do us no good at all if we don't have the spending money. And you need rupees not just for purchasing arrows and materials, we need rupees and materials to upgrade armor at the Great Fairy Fountains. You no longer need just a large quantity of rupees to unlock each fairy, and then materials after that. You have to complete a side adventure to open up their buds, and you have to spend a specified amount of rupees per enhancement, and the price varies depending on the level you have unlocked. And it can get pretty expensive pretty quick. And you do still also, of course, need the materials that she tells you to complete an enhancement. So now, how do we get enough rupees to do all this? The absolute easiest and fastest way only requires a few things. Grab one of your horses from the horse stable, grab plenty of arrows, make sure you've got a good bow, and I'll be taking you to the north to Bantha Snowfield, so you'll need some cold protection. You only need a low-level cold resistance, so getting the warm greaves from the Great Sky Island will do the job. But there is one big catch, and that catch is that you need to have completed the Hebra phenomena first. If you haven't completed that, the area is just too frigid cold and there simply just aren't any animals around, and for this to work, we need animal meat. Hey, guess what? I have a video on the Hebra phenomena too. Anyway, to get these rupees I promised, you will have to make your way to the north to Bantha Snowfield, just north of the Snowfield stable. You can fast travel to the Orochium shrine to get to the Snowfield stable quickly. I also have a video with the shrine solution. Then just ride your trusty steed north, and in this enormous open field, there are moose and Arctic wolves, and they drop raw gourmet meat and raw prime meat. These are your money makers. The moose will drop 3, and the wolves will drop 2 pieces. But the wolves often travel with 2 or 3 companions, so it kind of balances out. They're definitely worth stopping for. The meat can be cooked and sold for a pretty penny. All you have to do is circle this area on your horse. When you get close enough to the moose or the wolf, press X to jump off your horse, and then press the right trigger to grab some bullet time. Aim for a headshot, and you'll only need 1 arrow. Collect your meat and continue to circle around until you feel like you have enough. Then you'll need to find a cooking pot. I recommend the horse stable. Then just cook them all up. Some of them are worth over 300 rupees. You want to cook all gourmet and then all prime together. You're going to get the highest prices that way. And sometimes you can even get a bonus. And that makes the meal worth even more money. Then you just sell all the meals to Beetle and watch your rupees grow. Now that you have all of the rupees in the whole game, we can farm Beetle or any merchant you want. Farming from Beetle is the easiest though. While you're at Beetle, you make your purchase, and then all you have to do, and I'm not kidding, it's really this simple, is you sit by a campfire for 24 hours, and voila, he'll be restocked. But a thing I want you to keep in mind is that it has to be a full 24 hours. For instance, if it's morning and you sleep until noon, well, you're still in the same day. That's not 24 hours. That's like 4 hours. You need to sleep from morning until the next morning, etc., and so on and so forth. It's easiest with Beetle because you can always find him somewhere in the vicinity of the stable. But, you know, traveling merchants gonna travel. But it does work with them. You just have to find them. You might have to look for a bit, but they're usually pretty close to where you found them, or at least on the path that you found them on. And you can keep doing this too. You can just keep going back and forth and back and forth. It's pretty awesome. But you can also do this with general stores, but it does work a little bit differently. And it's a lot more time consuming. Once you clear out the general store's inventory, you need to fast travel away, sleep in a bed for 24 hours, not a campfire, it's gotta be a bed, and then fast travel back. I tested this in every single way that you could think of, okay? I tried just fast traveling, did nothing. Tried just sleeping in a bed, did nothing. Tried sitting by a campfire for 24 hours, also did nothing. It only worked if I fast traveled away, slept in a bed for 24 hours, and then fast traveled back and he'd be restocked. So the easiest way to handle this is by putting a travel medallion outside the general store and one a little further away. For perspective, my example will be here in Hateno Village. I placed my second travel medallion inside Link's old house. Zelda may have taken over this house while Link was gone, but you can still sleep in this bed. This way, you can quickly go back and forth, and it is time consuming because you have to wait for a million loading screens, but it is an option, just not the most efficient. But there is one other way that's even less efficient. And I know, why am I bothering to tell you? Because it wouldn't be right if I didn't at least tell you. I'm just not going to spend a lot of time on it. But if you use Amiibos, and I can't speak for new Amiibos, I use the 24 pack of Amiibo cards for Breath of the Wild. They work for Tears of the Kingdom, and a big chunk of the armor that you find in this game, which is also the same armors in Breath of the Wild's DLC, and most of them sell for 600 or more rupees, especially if the armor's been upgraded. And I know selling duplicate armors from Amiibos isn't the best option, but if you're never gonna wear it anyway, ... You can find a link to the Amazon page where you can purchase the set of Amiibos that I have down below in the description. And that, boys and girls, is where we call it a day. If you enjoyed this video, or maybe you learned something new, be sure to smash that like button and punch that bell right in its face. And if you're still not satisfied, check out the merch below. With that being said, this is KKJinxx, over and out.